I don't think dating is advisable in an environment of a company. Dating in a company should be a no. I think I'll say it in vernacular. The Shona mantra actually says, Mbeva epamusha igonzo haizi nyama. Greetings Zimbabwe, greetings Africa. Guys, thank you so much for supporting our podcast, the Chartered Vendor Podcast. Welcome guys. Yeah, I like how you guys are commenting, how you guys are liking our post, but also remember, it was a larger percentage, I think about 69% of the people who are watching this podcast, they're not also subscribing to the podcast. So please help us by subscribing. And then today I've got a certain topic. It's about entrepreneurship, it's about sales, it's about business. So I wrote about office romance in this book. And I was talking about the senior people, probably the managers, CEOs, dating their own employees, or the employers actually dating their own employees, which I said it's a no. Then I never thought that also it's a problem, or having employees dating each other in a workplace, until I saw and I experienced a certain issue which actually happened at one of my client sites in Zambia. So what happened is these guys were security guards. They shared their shifts and everything was going on very well until when they started actually working together regularly. So they asked each other out and they started dating and everything was okay. Until when some of the employees noticed that these guys were now dating, and the guy was working very, very hard. So he was promoted to be in charge of the guards. So he was responsible for deployment. Hence, he was now deploying all these other guards. And these guards, they actually knew that these guys are actually dating before, and they started dating whilst they were juniors, but the other one was now promoted. So the other guy actually started exercising favoritism because he was now favoring his girlfriend, obvious. His girlfriend was being given softer jobs, softer sites, and everything was okay. But there was an outcry from other employees because other employees started saying there's favoritism happening. And it also even affected their morale. It also even affected their motivation because they thought that there was favoritism also happening there. Then things were okay until when this guy started fighting now. The lovebirds started fighting. And this other day, they actually fought in front of the customers. And it affected business big time because one of their biggest customers was actually there at the reception, and they started fighting, calling each other names. And remember, it was now a subordinate calling her boss, her boss actually, with some obscene words. It was not good. It was bad. It was actually bad. So that's when I now want to say, I think after experiencing this story, after experiencing what I saw with this one of my clients, I don't think dating is advisable in an environment of a company. Even amongst employees, I think it must be prohibited because it tarnishes the brand in a way. You know, where emotions are involved, because in business, I strongly believe that logic should be at the center, at the core of the business, rather than using emotions. So imagine where love is, definitely emotions are very high, and it will end up affecting your brand. It will end up affecting business. So some of us, we are always observant. We check what's happening in other companies and also bring them as practical tips to you. Yes, the law can actually allow people to date, but I know some other jobs, especially soldiers, it is where they are not even allowed to date. If they are seen it's a heavy payout. So I don't know in your company if you ever experienced something like this. I know that it will definitely affect work, because sometimes also, when grapevine starts to move around, people, they'll feel like some people are getting favors because they're actually dating each other, or it also affects the other parties. And have you invested so much into your business, but you're not getting your desired sales? Or you ask yourself whether you are selling the wrong products or services. Maybe you even blame your sales team for not bringing in the money. If your answer to these questions is yes, then you need to revise your sales approach. Selling Like a Vendor is a book that can give you answers to why you have not been making the sales. You can use this book as an individual or for your sales team as a manual on how to make sales. The book has strategies on how to get clients, how to talk to customers, how to negotiate and close the deals, and even how to upsell or cross-sell. This is an investment that can solve all your sales problems. You can order your own copy using the details shown on the screen. Remember, everyone is in sales and sales is for everyone.
Hi there. If you're running a business in Zimbabwe, let me ask you this. When was the last time you read the Labor Act? Don't worry, most SME owners haven't until they are fined. Let's break it down. First, do you have employment contracts for all your staff? Yes, even the one who just helps with deliveries. Verbal agreements won't help you in a labor dispute. Only written contracts will do. Second, are you following proper termination procedures? You can't just say you're fired like it's a Hollywood movie. You need disciplinary hearings, proper notices, and written reasons, or you risk hefty penalties or reinstatement orders. Third, are you remitting your statutory obligations, NASA, payee, and NEC dues on time? Labor officers do routine audits, and backdated non-compliance can cost you thousands in penalties. And here's the kicker. Even if you're a small business with 3 employees in Bari or a boutique in Borodale, the law still applies. The smart move? Outsource your HR and compliance to experts who live and breathe Zimbabwean labor law, like us at M&J Consultants. Trust me, it's cheaper than dealing with a lawsuit from your former receptionist. M&J, building timeless businesses.
Something of some sort also happened at one time, I think years ago in my company, whereby one of the guys in my company started asking out a certain lady from same church, but he didn't successfully get that lady. So that lady ended up getting married to another guy from the same church. And as soon as the other guy wedded that lady, he stopped her from coming to work, because obviously he felt insecure to say how is he going to leave his wife going to work with someone who is who was actually previously asking her out. So end of the day, the career of that lady was affected, and the company as well was affected, because the girl was very, very good. So the thing is, dating in a company should be a no. I think I'll say it in vernacular. The Shona mantra actually says, "Mbewa epamusha igonzo aizinyama." So it simply means that when you saw mice roaming around in your place, at your place, that's not a mice. It's a rat. Please leave it. When we are working together, we are sisters, we are brothers. We are working together to push the brand, not to look for lovebirds at a workplace. If you identify someone probably you love, let that person resign, join another company, then you can date peacefully. You can have your drama outside the company premises. So I don't know what you think. You can join in on this conversation, and we also want to hear your thoughts about this issue. Thank you so much. This is what I had for you today. I don't know if I've got any comments, if I've got also objections, or even probably you got married whilst you guys were actually working in the same company. Tell us what's happening in your marriage. So thank you so much. Until next time, it's Jerry Monya Zunga out.